certified family nurse practitioner and also the owner of Optimal Healing Center of Connecticut, located here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about a common condition that affects about 90% of the population, which is herpes. And there are two types, right? Most of us are familiar with the common cold sore, fever blister, that's herpes type 1. But there's also type 2, which many of my patients in the sexual health clinic are affected by that, which affects the genital region. So there are many things that you can do in terms of interventions to prevent outbreaks, right? So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. So we are in a stressful time. We're in the middle of a pandemic. People are without their jobs. People are struggling mentally because of the lack of social interaction, not being able to see their families and all those things. And those are all triggers for outbreaks, right? So as a family nurse practitioner and an integrative practitioner as well, because I also do functional medicine, there are things that you can do, things that you can avoid, besides the obvious, getting, good sleep, trying to reduce your stress, drinking lots of water. You can take amino acids such as lysine to help to reduce your outbreaks. So lysine is a necessary protein, right? It's an amino acid that we don't make in our bodies, but we have to take it in. So you can do that 1,000 milligrams twice a day. We also do IV infusions and hydrations here, and we can also if you're actually having an active outbreak right now, we can make a specific infusion to tailor to your needs based on what you have going on. So, the medicines, they kind of come like this, and we add them to a bag and create it specifically for you, and then we transition you to the oral lysine to continue to take to prevent future outbreaks. Because when you have something like herpes, for example, it doesn't go away. It lays dormant in the nerve root, and things like triggers can also, precipitate an outbreak. One of the things that I try to teach my clients about is identify when they're gonna get an outbreak, like, things like prodrome, we call them. So maybe you may get itching in the site, you may get slight achiness before an outbreak comes out, things like that to identify, right? I'll also teach you foods to avoid that will deplete your lysine. So with that being said, obviously, if, as your practitioner, I feel that you also need some conventional intervention such as Valtrex to help you overcome an outbreak a little bit quicker and then transition you to the integrative stuff. I will definitely do that. Because life is all about balance, right? And recognizing the need for certain things. So I will put a list of foods that are high in lysine that you can also take into the diet. And you want to be conscientious of foods that will deplete your natural lysine. So there are things like other amino acids that compete with lysine. So almonds, for example, are high in arginine, and they kind of compete with the natural lysine production because they have an inverse relationship. So those are things that people should know about. So I'll put a link for that. And then you also want to subscribe to my channel. And if you are located in New York, Washington, D.C., or Connecticut, we offer telemedicine services where we can, it's definitely a pandemic, but we can definitely take care of you for certain things. Obviously, if you need things like IV hydration, infusions for chronic stuff, you're more than welcome to come into our center for those things with the necessary precautions for COVID at this time. So hopefully you guys were able to benefit from the information, that you can still have a great quality of life despite having a diagnosis of herpes, because life still goes on. and it doesn't have to stop you. So again, my name is Shaima Andrews, and I'm a nurse practitioner here in Connecticut, and we'll be making much more videos of this to help you up-level your quality of life. Take care.